Hey guys, I am Foxtrot Delta, and welcome back to some more Star Trek Legacy using both the Ultimate Universe mod 2.2 and the 11 mod. And one of you had a very interesting suggestion for a battle. You wanted me to use a Husnock dreadnought, a vessel that is very popular with you guys, or at least it was a little while ago, and I do enjoy using it and fighting against it. We are using it today. I probably should select it. Okay, that's all taken care of. You want me to use a Husnock dreadnought up against... Get this. This fleet is going to be insane. It doesn't sound insane, but believe me, it will be. We are fighting 5 original series Miranda-class starships, 3 Constitution-class starships from the original series, and 6 Excelsior-class prototypes. Now, the thing that all of these vessels have in common is very long phaser fire durations. You press that button and the phasers will just keep going. Unlike the next generation ships where they fire in somewhat shorter bursts, the original series, especially the Constitution class, you can fire that thing for about 10 seconds, maybe 15 seconds. Same with the Excelsior class, and I think it's also that way with the Miranda class. So we will get a lot of very concentrated phaser fire on our shields, but I don't know if it does a lot of damage, or if it will do a lot of damage. The only way to know if it will do a lot of damage, let me go back into the game, is to find out. To hit engage, which I just proceeded to do. And here is where things will hopefully get interesting. We are at the Kronos map, because we can be, and it's a little more entertaining looking than the Alpha Fleet map, which I usually use for these versus Armada scenarios. I just like the way this one looks. There's that nebula in the corner. It has the Excelsior facing off with Captain, I think is it Koloth? No, Kang. If I learned to read, it would help. Yeah, it's Kang. Okay. There is the fleet. Those starships are outdated by modern-ish standards, even though, you know, this is all in the future. They're pretty outdated. They're fairly old compared to, like, let's say the Galaxy class. Alright, let's divert all power to shields. I feel like we'll need it. Let's target a Miranda. Ooh, look at that. They're already draining our shields. We will not last very long. But look what our weapons do. The Husnock dreadnought. Those disruptor pulses are doing a lot of damage to their hull, and it also drained their shields extremely quickly. Let's see if I can get another hit with the torpedo. I really need those shields to, there we go, to stop being down. I'm actually looking for a, ooh, the USS Excelsior. You know, I have a model of the Excelsior that I'm going to put together, and I was going to do it this summer, but I keep on putting it off and putting it off. That's one problem with me. I tend to procrastinate about things, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to configure it as the Excelsior class prototype. That's going to look awesome whenever I get around to building it. It might be soon, it might not be. But the Excelsior class is one of those vessels that just, it looks amazing in any time period, you know. Because it was first introduced around the motion picture era, but they used it far, far into the Next Generation era. You know, you see it all throughout the Next Generation, you see it in Deep Space Nine. They're probably using it around the time of Voyager as well. I can't remember anymore. It's just such an interesting design, especially going from something like the Constitution class. Just reminds me of something highly advanced and also kind of like a luxury vehicle. The Excelsior class reminds me of like the luxury, you know, Cadillac of the stars. If that makes any kind of sense. It just looks very graceful. And it's no surprise that it made up the backbone of the Federation's fleet during the later years around the Next Generation. Okay. Another vessel destroyed. Let's warp away right to that explosion. Yep, that was on purpose. We have a whole flurry of torpedoes coming in. Thankfully, our shields decided to raise themselves. Let's begin repairing systems. I don't think many of them will get that repaired because, well, they're on our tail, and I don't want to warp around for 15 minutes waiting for systems to come back online. I have a feeling I should target all of the Miranda-class vessels, because those ones will not put up as much of a fight. They won't be able to resist our weapons nearly as much as the Constitution or Excelsior-class ships. So let's see. Yeah, there's no point in trying to repair right now. We still have full power to the shields. There's a Miranda-class. Let's open fire. Matter of fact, let's put everything to our weapon systems until we start taking a lot of hits, then I'll transfer the power back. Just keep spam clicking. That'll work. Okay, next target. Let's target the, well, let's put power back in the shields. I already said I'd do that. So many starships. Ah. That one's behind me, but not for long. Ooh, the beam weapons work exceptionally well. Not bad, not bad. Torpedoes are out. A lot of torpedoes are out. There we go. Vessel. Come on. Vessel destroyed. Warp away. Let's try to find another target, get him in front of us. A lot of Excelsior class ships. They, like I said before, they look so elegant in space. Look at those. Ah, they're so cool. A lot of you have wanted to know what my favorite starship is, and I always can't really decide, but I am quite partial to the Excelsior class. At first, it's funny, because at first, back when I first, you know, started watching Star Trek stuff, I really did not care for the Excelsior class at all. It just didn't look nearly as cool as the Constitution class, but now, I don't know, that looks really neat. I like the, the main feature that I really like is that deep inset main deflector dish. Just sitting in there, deep in the secondary hull. That is neat. Whether it's just to look cool or for protection purposes, it's a really nice feature of the design, and I do like it a lot. The Excelsiors, these are all the Excelsior. Okay. Let's target this Excelsior. I do realize our shields are down once again, but I'm gambling that they will go up before we're destroyed. Yep, they're about to go back up. Okay, our weapon systems have been critically damaged, though. They're not really recharging. These torpedoes do a decent bit of damage. Look how small the Enterprise is compared to the Husnock dreadnought. That's laughable. Oh, he took off their starboard nacelle. On the right track. Oh, this ship is so neat. The Husnock dreadnought I'm talking about this time. It's so cool. It's huge and terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Speaking of huge and terrifying, one ship that I wish was in the Ultimate Universe mod, but which I don't think is. I haven't been able to find it in the files or in the game. I really wish they had the Doomsday Machine, because I've seen it in the loading screens, like the Defiant or whatever, shooting at the Doomsday Machine, and it looks so awesome. I'd love to be able to do that. I'd love to fight the Doomsday Machine, but it's not in the mod. And I know there are mods for the Doomsday Machine, but as far as I know, they are not compatible with the Ultimate Universe mod, so I can't really use them. So let's target this Constitution class. Actually, no. This guy. He's right here. His mistake. Our shields are not blocking much of the damage anymore. Torpedoes are out. I'm really not going for a long-term survival mission here. I just want to see how many vessels I can take out with this thing before it's overwhelmed by the Federation fleet. Do we take off both of his nacelles? I think so. Well, let's finish him off. torpedoes are, that's more than enough. It's 2 of those were enough to take him out. Yep. Alright, now let's open fire on the Potemkin. Our hull is going critical. Our shields are about to drop. And they're gone. I think our shields dropped just before we were destroyed. But that was really neat, fighting all those older Federation starships. I especially liked going up against the Excelsior class prototypes. Like I said, those are like the luxury vehicle of Star Trek to me. They're just so neat. Especially with that inset deflector, and just everything about the design is very smooth and curvy and really cool. So, that battle took just, well, no, it took exactly 9 minutes. We lost our Husnock dreadnought, of course. Very nice vessel, the Husnock dreadnought, very durable, very resilient, a very strong design, especially with those weapon systems as well, those plasma burst weapons in front, or whatever they are. Really, I'm trying to remember, what actually does it fire? Because I remember watching the Next Generation episode that had the Husnock dreadnought, and it fired some sort of specific type of energy, some sort of particles, and I can't remember anymore, but they are extremely deadly, and that vessel can put out large amounts of energy at a time, so it's a very neat ship to fight against and fight with. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this battle with the Husnock dreadnought and the Constitution class ships, Excelsior class ships, and Miranda class ships. If you guys did, well then please be sure to leave the video a like, and if you are not subscribed and you want to see more, well then please subscribe, because there is always more Star Trek Legacy on this channel. If for whatever reason you guys did not enjoy the video, I do apologize for that, and I ask that you leave a comment in the comment section, and let me know how I can better improve the quality of the next videos that I produce, so that hopefully you guys will be able to enjoy them. And as always, if you want to see any specific type of ship or battle scenario, then feel free to leave a comment in the comment section about that, and I will read through the suggestions and ideas, and I will do my best to use those recommendations in my future videos. So, I am Foxtrot Delta. I hope that you guys are having a wonderfully fantastic day, and I will see you next time.